Hello everybody, I wanted to come on and do a short video about Camp Lejeune to tell you a little bit of the things that we're getting the most questions about. The first thing we're getting a lot of questions about is what happened? What's this all about? Well, the drinking water on Camp Lejeune was contaminated from various sources between 1953 and 1987, and it was contaminated with dangerous solvents like benzene, TCE, and PCE, things that cause cancer and all kinds of other serious health problems and illnesses. One of the main sources of contamination was actually off base. It was a dry cleaning service that was dumping their solvents and dry cleaning chemicals into a regular old septic tank, and it was leaching down into the water table and getting in the drinking water. Terrible situation. The chemicals were not being disposed of properly at all. And these chemicals cause all kinds of things like leukemia, esophageal cancer, Parkinson's disease, all kinds of stuff. Other thing is, who needs to look into this? Well, not so obvious. We all think about Marines that were based there. That's obvious. They all need to look at it. If you're a Marine and you were on base at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, and you have a serious health condition or develop some sort of cancer, you need to look into this and talk to a lawyer. If you were a visitor on Camp Lejeune, I've heard recently a story about a grandparent that visited frequently to help take care of kids. That grandparent eventually died of leukemia, one of the main diseases that we're seeing from this toxic exposure. The other people that need to look at it are children who may not even realize they were at Camp Lejeune, children who were only there in the womb, in their mother's belly while they were at Camp Lejeune, but they may have a birth defect. They may have some sort of strange cancer. They may have developed leukemia. There's numerous things that could have happened. If you lived on Camp Lejeune, born on Camp Lejeune, or lived there as a child, or were a visitor, you need to look into this. You have to have been there for at least 30 days between 1953 and 1987. But if that applies to you, or you think it might, ask your family about it. If you've got Marines in the family, ask them about this and find out whether or not you might have been affected by this toxic exposure to toxic drinking water. The other thing I get a question about a lot is the statute of limitations. The statute of limitations in this case began to run when the president signed it into law. President Biden signed this into law on August 10th, 2022. That means you have until on or about August 10th, 2024 to file a claim. But let me tell you, 2 years is not a lot of time when you're trying to gather medical records and military records from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, as you might imagine. So if you need help looking into this, and I encourage anyone with Marines in the family to look into this very seriously, you can give us a call at 662-533-9111, or you can visit us on the web at wegetjustice.com. We'll do our best to answer all your questions.